I am Dr. Mohan Kamble. I did my graduation in mechanical engineering from Government College of Engineering, Karad. Masters in machine design from Visvesvaraya Regional College of Engineering, and doctorate in mechanical engineering from Visvesvaraya National Institute of Technology, Nagpur. After completion of my graduation, I joined one of the public sector, Magnesium India Limited, worked there for 5.5 years in the capacity of Assistant Manager Mechanical. And from 87 to 92, I was with that public sector. And 92 onwards, I joined one of the academics institute at Nagpur, where I work in the capacity of a senior lecturer. In 2000, I was selected as a associate professor in Department of Mechanical Engineering by Maharashtra Public Service Commission, and joined at Government College of Engineering, Amravati, in the capacity of associate professor in mechanical engineering. After award of my PhD, I was elevated to the post of professor, and I work in the various capacities at engineering colleges at Amravati, Chandrapur and Karad. Then onwards, I had started my own industry named Mohan Engineering, and since 2005, I am involved in an entrepreneurship. I came here for raising certain issues regarding the highway constructions. There is a tremendous amount of highway construction is going on nowadays, whose growth of construction has exponentially grown, which is probably a necessity of this nation. As far as my country India is concerned, India is a rich country of poor people. I said India is a rich country of poor people because 81.35 crores people are dependent on the National Food Security Act. They are governed under the National Food Security Act, which is the Prime Minister's guarantee for poor people. That is a Prime Minister guarantee Anna Yojana, under which every family is being given 5 kg per person per month food grains at free of cost. Rest of the people are governed under the rationing. The total quantum goes 101 crores. That's why I'm saying India is a rich country of poor people. I believe that majority of the damage to the society has been done by the silence of a good people than the violence of a bad people. We have almost completed 75 years of independence. Many more things were taken on a basis of experimentation. When we got an independence, even this country was not having its own constitution. This country was ruling without constitution from 1947 to 1952 for a period of 5 years. Now during these 75 years after independence, we have faced 3 wars, 2 against Pakistan, 1 against China, where we lost the China war. Moment we lost the China war, then Prime Minister Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru felt that yes, there is a tremendous requirement as far as the nation's security is concerned. And 1962 onwards, Number of ordnance factories were installed, were inaugurated, were started. Those quantum wave was 52. Now the total number of ordnance factories is 60 plus. To be specific, 63. Because of this war, we have not gained the pace of a development as far as the economic development of a country is concerned. Now, the various sections where this particular emphasis was needed, that was the banking sector, that was agriculture development. We remember that we were in a paucity of food grains, and there was a time in the 70s, up to 70s, we were importing tremendous quantum of food grains from the European countries. Now, after the Green Revolution, which was implemented by then Prime Minister Mrs. Indira Gandhi, has proven the Green Revolution in a correct manner. The country which was dependent on the imports of food grains became a self-reliant by the 1982. 1982 onwards, we were in position to supply the food grains required for all the entire population of the country. The advancement in the agriculture, what was needed, was implemented by providing the scientific approach, by starting the fertilizers companies, that is the public sectors, by starting the various innovative and hybrid seeds whose yield was much more than the previous. In 1947, after independence, the industrial development was also very much required. Initially, in somewhere in 1837 or 1848, the first railway had begun in India. In 1837, that railway was just for the transportation of minerals from one Red Hill to Chennai. At that time, it was a Madras. Another rail which was started was in the state of Maharashtra, that is at the Mumbai. So this was a time where a Britisher had started development for the transportation is concerned. Now, industrial development also begins slowly. Whatever the production which was needed for the captive consumption or the local consumption, it was started manufacturing. Even the industries like Tata or Kirloskar, they have started their own units for manufacturing of vehicles. Another area which was required, that was quality education and health services, housing and transportation, and internal security and national security. Over and above, the banking sector had taken certain shape by 1970s. I remember one quote of Winston Churchill, who said that power in India will go in the hands of rogues and rascals. Indian politicians will be of a low caliber. They will be sweet by tongue, corrupt by soul, and they will be the main of straw, that is the suckers of society, with a silly heart, with criminal intentions. This was the definitions about our politicians, which was well documented. These statements of Winston Churchill are well documented as the quotes of Winston Churchill. Now, then the major part of economy. Major part of economy is the transportation. So we have very minimum road transportation facilities. We had almost nil water transportation. And about aviation, still we are not up to the mark. So onwards, the budget allocation which was started that was on various aspects. That aspects was Defense Ministry, Ministry of Road and Transports, where the construction of state highway, national highway, that program was taken. Ministry of Railways, Ministry of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution, that is Home Affairs, Ministry of Rural Development, Chemicals and Fertilizers, Ministry of Communication, Agriculture and Farmer Welfare, Ministry of Education and Ministry of Health. This year, the total allocation on defense is 6.1 lakh crores. That too of the road transport and highway, it is 2.75 lakh crores. For railway expansion, it is a 2.55 lakh crores. Ministry of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution, it is 2.13 crores, 2 lakhs 13,000 crores. Ministry of Home Affairs, it was 2.03 lakh crores. Ministry of Rural Development, it is 1.77 lakh crores. Chemical and Fertilizer, it is 1.67 crores. Ministry of Communication, it is 1.37 crores. Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, it is 1.27 crores. Ministry of Education, 1.24 crores. And Ministry of Health, 90,171 crores. These are the fund allocation given in the budget of 2023-24. Sorry, 24-25. Out of entire allocation, out of whatever the ministries or whatever the department I had quoted here, the major funds was given to the defense and road and highway transports. Development of state highways, national highways, that is a surface transport. No emphasis is given on a water transport. We are fortunate that we have the coastal area almost covering more than 7 lakhs kilometers. Even then, why it was not given for the water transport, it is beyond my imagination. Once the water transportation system is developed and it is implemented effectively, operate up to the optimal level, the cost of transportation is minimum as compared to the surface and the air transport. But here, if you roam around India, you go anywhere, maximum highway constructions are going on, and it's going on in a very rapid manner. Our Honorable Minister, he is instrumental in this rapid growth as far as the surface transport is concerned. I remember one of his quote, American roads are rich not because America is rich. America is rich because their roads are rich. This is a quote oftenly quoted by our Honorable Minister of Transportation, Mr. Nitin Gadkari says. Now, already there exist certain roads, whatever the roads which were constructed up to the 2014. One has to see whether those roads are utilized up to optimal level or not. Now, for proper transportation, minimizing the time of transportation, the road's condition has to be improved. Whatever the infrastructure we had before 2014, whether that has been improved up to the mark or not is to be assessed. And secondly, whether those highways or roads, national highways, state highways, well within the cities there are roads, internal roads, whether those roads are utilized up to optimal level or not, this matter is to be studied thoroughly. Now, if we implement some optimization techniques in transportation, definitely the requirement of development of highways can be minimized. If the requirement of highways can be minimized, definitely it is directly gives impact as far as the expenditure on the construction of new highways is concerned. Such optimization techniques, if it is utilized, definitely that amount which will be spared or which will be surplus or which will be available for disposal with the government, other schemes like education and health services can be improved. A mere 90,000 crores has been allocated. 90,171 crores is allocated for the health services. As far as the situation of government hospitals is concerned, it is another matter of study and a debate. Why emphasis to the health services is not given? Instead of health services, a majority of the amount is spent on the road constructions and highway constructions. Apart from the government allocation through budget, there is another scheme, that is a BOT schemes, borrow, operate and transfer schemes. There are the certain expressways and super expressways which are being taken for a construction by raising the funds through share markets. A simple example is from Nagpur to Mumbai. I belong to Nagpur. So Nagpur to Mumbai, there is already existence of a state highway. It is a NH6, which is a 4-lane highway. The expressway is there. Then after the expressway was constructed. Now Samruddhi Expressway, whose name is Balasaheb Thackeray Samruddhi Mahamarg, saying that there will be tremendous reduction as far as the time is concerned. The speed of vehicles can be increased beyond 100 kilometers per hour. And because of the construction of these new super expressways like Samruddhi Highway or Samruddhi Expressway, there will be reduction in fuel consumptions. But so far, because of addition of these expressways throughout the country, the total saving in a fuel, this particular data is not available anywhere. Simultaneously, the population is also increasing. The population of vehicles is also increasing. As far as internal roads are concerned, I have certain concerns. When there is a tremendous quantum of traffic on that particular roads, our departments are involved in making the overhead roads. Now, because of this construction of overhead roads, the quantum of money spent further increases. Now, if little bit technology is implemented, for those roads, definitely the traffic density can be minimized, and this additional construction of overhead roads can be minimized. I have carried out one example at Nagpur. There is one road between the span of 6 kilometers. That is a Hingna road. I have carried out the detailed study on the Hingna road. About 136 institutes are located from Hingna Naka up to the Hingna Tahsil office. Or there is a T point. From that particular T point to Hingna Tahsil Karyalaya, this patch of 6 kilometers, about 136 school, colleges and institutes are located. There are about 58 government offices are located at the Tahsil and on that particular road. On the right side of that road, after about 2 kilometers, the Maharashtra Industrial Development Corporation MIDC area, where the maximum industries are located, is also available. Besides MIDC area, there is a one ordnance factory where the total employment quantum was 12,000 once upon a time. That has been reduced to now 7,500. After 1983, there was a mushroom growth of institutions. No grant basis. After the GATT, implementation of GATT, the private parties were allowed to participate in a tertiary industry, that is called education, or they were allowed to start education on a no grant basis, and there was a mushroom growth of such type of the institutions included schools, that included engineering colleges, polytechnics, medical colleges, pharmacy colleges, management colleges, nursing institutes, computer institutes, regular schools. These are the number of total quantum of number on a Hingna road, that is number is 136. MIDC area, some of the industry begin at 8 a.m. Some industry begin at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. So this during the period of 10 a.m. majority of the colleges also begins. 10 a.m. is a timings as far as the government office is concerned. So between the 9:30 to 11, the traffic density increases up to such a level, you can find the traffic jam, and you can witness many of the accidents during that particular period. The total quantum of vehicles passing in those 9 to 11 2 hours is 3.5 lakhs. 3,50,000 vehicles are passing within those 2 hours on those Hingna road within the patch of 6 kilometers. Now, because of their starting time, that rush occurs between the 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Similarly, when the offices close at 5:30, so from some of the colleges also terminates at 5 o'clock. So from 5 o'clock to 7:30, these 2.5 hours, again the same quantum of traffic can be witnessed on this particular road. Now, if government offices, ordnance factory, industries who are directly involved in paying direct taxes to the government, I don't recommend or don't suggest to change their timings. But out of the 136 educational institutes, if their timings is deferred by 10 minutes each, depend upon its location, deferred by 10 minutes depend on its location, the traffic density can be minimized to 30% straight away. Similarly, when colleges stops functioning, offices closes at 5:30. So if we defer their initial time of starting, institute's initial time of starting, definitely that will be deferred by 10 minutes as far as its termination or the closing is concerned. So while returning also during the evening time, the traffic density can be decreased up to the 30%. So if the traffic density, that is within 2 hours in the morning 9 to 11, if timings are deferred, the traffic density will reduce. That will reduce the chances of a jam, traffic jam, also the chances of accidents. Now, if such optimization techniques, which are very well established mathematically and through some subjects like operational research technique, that is a critical path method, and PERT, CPM and PERT, program evaluation review techniques, if those techniques are utilized in controlling those traffic, definitely the requirement of overbridges or the over roads can be minimized. Now, if these techniques are utilized, definitely the additional construction or the expansion of the available roads will not be required, which will definitely save the tremendous quantum of expenditure as far as the road expansion is concerned. Now, another technique is microprocessor control traffic signals. If on one particular road, all the traffic signals, if they are microprocessor controlled, the person when starts from one signal reaches to another signal with a minimum speed of 35 to 40 kilometers per hour, he need not to stop on a next signal. He will get all the signals on a straight way as a green signal. That will also be helpful for reducing the traffic and reducing the additional expenditure as far as the additional construction, expansion or the overbridges are concerned. So this optimization technique not only on one road but as far as the internal roads are concerned can be utilized. A proper study is needed so that the quantum of amount which is spent on expansion of the road, internal roads, can be minimized. Similar optimization technique which is utilized on the state highways and the national highways, the total requirement will definitely reduce, and that savings on this expenditure on highways, if it is reduced, can be utilized for the educational purpose, can be utilized for the improvement as far as the medical facilities is concerned. It can definitely be utilized for the masses as a whole, and it will definitely reduce the individual depth because of this infrastructure development. Now I request government agencies to think over it, appoint some technical committees or can be appointed, this work can be given to the esteemed institute like IITs and NITs, and if its detailed study is carried out and its effective implementation is carried out, the total quantum of expenditure on a construction of highways, internal roads can be minimized. Thank you.